Have you ever felt that your notes are no longer making any sense to you? You spend hours and hours of your time creating those notes, but when you revisit them, you are not able to understand a single thing from it. In past, I have used Notion for taking my data science notes, but not anymore. I found one amazing tool that can help you to see the real connection between your knowledge, and it can help you to squeeze out all the insights from your notes. Are you curious to know how this tool can help you in your learning journey? Then this video is for you. Let's jump right into it. The application that I'm talking about is Obsidian. You can easily download that application from your Chrome. You can go to obsidian.md website, and from here you can download Obsidian for iOS, Android, Windows, Mac and Linux. If you are a Linux user, you can also directly go to your software manager, and from there also you can download the Obsidian application. Before opening your Obsidian application, I want you to go to your file manager and create one separate folder for keeping all of your vaults from your Obsidian. If you see here, I have my own vaults here, like my data science notes, my space and profile building. I have 3 vaults already created in my Obsidian. So what I will do right now, I will just create one empty folder and I will give a name to that folder as a data science. Okay, so I have created one folder as a data science, and I will open this folder inside Obsidian as a vault. When you open your Obsidian application, you will see a window something like this. You will not see any vault because you have not created one. So to create your first vault, you can simply go to create new vault. If you press here, then you can simply give the name for your vault and choose a location where you want that vault. But we have already created our folder separately, so we will open that folder as our vault. If you come to the Obsidian, so I have created this data science folder, so I will open this folder as my vault and I will start my note taking journey inside this vault now. To create your first note inside Obsidian application, what you have to do is simply press Ctrl N. That will create a new note for you. Then you can give a title to that note, my first note. So Obsidian is a markdown based note taking system. So for that you have to know little bit of markdown syntax in a first place. And learning markdown syntax is a really simple thing. In a less than half an hour, you will learn markdown syntax with its full potential. So what things can you do? So I will give you some few simple examples. If you want to write a heading, you can simply write 3 hash signs like this one. I will say here heading. So this way you can write a heading by adding and subtracting the number of hash signs. You can reduce or increase the size of your heading. Or after that, if you want to draw a line, then you can simply write 4 hyphen signs for that. That will create a line for you. Then you can also highlight your text like this one. You just select the text that you want to highlight, then press on equal to sign 2 times, and that will highlight the text for you. And there are a lot of other cool things that I will show in my data science notes vault. Right now we are in my data science notes vault, and I am going to show you how you can decorate your notes with markdown syntax. So you can write things like that. You can write different sizes of headings. You can make your text bold or make it italic. You can write some bullet points. You can write a list. If you are studying from different source online and you like some diagram or images from there and you want to mention those images inside your notes, then you can also do that by using this syntax. Then what things you can do is you can use also to-do list. You can create to-do list. You can highlight your text just like as I told you before. And in notes you can also use date time format. So whenever if you are going to create a new note, at that time this date time format will appear at that time. So what things more you can do? You can create some templates that I will show you in my next step. So If you are learning from YouTube, then you can directly embed your YouTube videos also inside in a Notion with a simple syntax. like this one, and you can directly even watch that video from here also. So there is no need to switch between YouTube and your notes now. And one more amazing thing that you can do is that create these amazing looking short templates where you can write, if you want to more put some focus on some of the information like this info note, or you want to summarize something. As a programmer, I like these one. If I know that this is something in my code that is going to raise an error in a future, if I want to mention some bugs from my code, then I can use a syntax like that. You can also make cool tables like this one. There is also one more feature that is called as data view. There is one extension that you can download. So similar to this, these are some basic things that you can do with the core Obsidian. But on top of Obsidian, you can also add some cool extensions like Xcali Draw that I have here. By using this extension, I can create cool drawings like this one. So I have created this drawing for myself to understand my notes in more deeper way, and I can also use this chart in my YouTube video to explain the same concept to somebody else too. Just like VS Code, in Obsidian also you can download these extensions. To download the extension like this one, you can simply go to community plugins. From there you just have to browse for community plugins, and you can find really amazing plugins there. You can customize your Obsidian application with these cool plugins. Right now I'm using very few plugins, but there are lot of things that you can customize according to your flavor of note taking. You can simply go to any of these plugin, and you can see their code is also open source. So you can check out all these things, and if you like a plugin or something, then you can support also that creator. As you can see, lot of people are downloading these plugins. Lot of people are keeping the eye on the source code of that plugin, so you don't have to worry about your privacy concerns. Now you know how you can make cool drawings like this one, and you also know how you can write amazing notes in a text format by using the markdown file. I want to show you one amazing feature of the Obsidian, that is nothing but a ability to create a templates for your notes. Right now, if I create a new note here, and I will show you my one template. This is my note. Okay, so I will insert my template here. This template, I am going to insert my key summary template. So right a few minutes ago I told you about that we can also insert date time format here. So it is recording the date and the time of the note creation. Whenever I am going to insert this template, it will create a date and time for that. So if I want to revise my notes based on date and time, I can do that. So I have pre-written this format inside my templates folder, and there are a lot of more templates that I have written, like this one where I'm using a code template like these one. You can create your own templates for that. So to get recognized by Obsidian, what you have to do, you have to simply go to templates and write the name of that folder in this section. So Obsidian will recognize that particular folder as a templates folder, and all of the files inside that template folder will be available to you as in a form of a template. In Obsidian, what you can do to understand your workflow much more in better way, what you can do is that you can use its canvas function. In a canvas function, you can basically create amazing workflows. You can add your templates here, like if you are creating a heading here, and below that you have some subtopics. So you can connect those subtopics like this one. Let's say subtopic number 1, and then you can create one more, and you can create subtopic number 2. So you can create amazing workflows. I will show you the workflow that I created for my recent project that I did on energy efficiency. So this is a project workflow that I did for my own better understanding. But after creating this workflow, I was also able to explain this project in much more deeper way to other people too. So you can take a look at this cool feature of Obsidian and you will love it. Now I am going to show you the main feature of Obsidian. The most of the nodes that you have seen till now, they works on a folder structure like this one. In Notion, maybe you have seen a folder hierarchical structure like this one, but in a Notion Obsidian, it is not necessary to use that. But still, I like to organize my things in a good way, so I have maintained one folder structure also, just in case if I want to switch between different tools. The main feature of Obsidian is its graph view. This is not any planet, this is a knowledge base that I have created over the time. So in by using this knowledge base, you can easily see the connection between your knowledge. Take an example of data science. How many topics there are in a data science? You can see there is a maths, stats, exploratory data science, computer vision, machine learning. There are databases that you have to learn. There are lots of things. As you go deeper and deeper, you are able to see how things are interconnected. If you see, so you can see here the how many types of probability distributions are there. So this graph view makes it easy for you to understand the actual connection between the concepts that you are learning. So whenever you are going to come back to a certain topic, you don't have to worry about that, if this topic is related to which topic. To know how to make these connections in your Obsidian, let's go back to our world that we just created. To create some connections between your nodes, you need more than one node for that. And I will suggest that rather than writing everything in a single node, you have to make nodes in conceptual way. If you learn a new concept, make a note for it, then create a separate node for another one. Trust me, it don't take that much of a space. It takes space in a KB, so no need to worry about storage that much, because our nodes are nothing but a text, right? And text don't take that much of a storage space. So what we will do, we will create a new node here. Okay, I will create this node 1. Then I will create, what I will do, I will create another node. Create another node here, node 2. What I will do, I will create one more node, so you will be able to see the connection, node 3. So you can create nodes like this one, and what you have to do now, go to your main topic. So let's say that node 1, node 2 and node 3 are subtopics of my first node. They are connected to my first node. What we have to do, we just have to go inside the node. So what you have to do, what I do, usually I have a template for that. What I do, at the bottom of each node, I mention some links. So inside that links, I mention some links. What you have to do, you have to write 2 square brackets, and inside that you have to select a node that you want to choose. Then I will add node number 3. So right now all these 3 nodes are connected to my first node. Let's see, open the graph view. So the graph view will look like something like this one, and you can also write some hashtags inside it. Let's say this node was related to stats, so we created one hashtag inside our node. Let's say this node was related to Python, and let's say this node was in general node. So if you open the graph view, so and if you go inside a group section, you can create new node groups based on your tags, and you can also give some colors to it. So this was the reason why my nodes was looking little bit of colorful, because I have grouped them. Let's go to my data science nodes, and let me show you my whole graph view and how I manage my graph view there. This is my graph view. Right now it is looking little bit of complex because I have added lot of concepts in it, but you don't have to worry about that. What you can do, let me open this graph view. Let's say if I open this node and I have connected this node to some other things also, what I can open is that I can open a local graph view also, and from that local graph view you can see the connection between your knowledge also, just for that particular node. So you don't have to see the entire graph view also, but if you want, then you can take a look at that also. Inside a graph view, there are few things that you can toggle up inside this settings option, like this one. If you want, you can allow these arrows, so it will show that from the direction of the arrows, which node is connected to which thing, from A to B, you can see that connection. The thing that I like to do, if I feel like these are all messed up, what I can do, I can change the gravity of this one. If I reduce my center force and if I increase my repel force, my all of nodes will be sorted like this one. Then what I will do, then I will again increase the center force little bit more. Then these nodes will be more sorted. It will look like a neural network to you. So it's basically trying to mimic our brain, the neural network inside our brain. So that's how it makes us easier for us to connect the information, and which helps you to see visual connection between your knowledge, which helps you to retain that for much longer period of the time. There is one more amazing feature of the Obsidian that I like. It's a cool animation. It shows you how your knowledge increased over the time. It gives you satisfaction that you are learning something. As you can see, it is showing like how I learn things eventually. It might not be that much helpful, but it gives me motivation to keep on learning, and it gives me desire to make this my graph view more and more bigger, and it pushes me little bit to learn new things each and every day. So I hope you will like this tool. For first few days you will feel like there is a little bit of a learning curve to learn the syntax for the markdown file. You don't have to worry about that. If I tell you about the syntax of the markdown file, it will take a lot of my time also, but it is really easy. You can easily find very easy articles, lot of YouTube videos also. But if you want me to create one video on syntax of markdown files, then let me know in the comment box below. Now hold on, this is not the end. Now if you want to back up your notes, you have done all of this hard work to create these many notes, you don't want to lose your data, right? So what you can do, you can simply create one GitHub repository and open this Obsidian file inside your VS Code, and you can simply push your whole file to the GitHub as a repository, and that will be available there. Let me show you my data science notes repository from this is my folder, my data science notes. So what I have done, I will simply open this folder by using the VS Code. Whenever I am going to make any changes in my notes, those changes are going to appear here. Let me show you. I have connected my VS Code to my Git. So whenever some changes are going to happen in here, it is going to show up. So it is showing 35 new changes are there. So what I will do, I will simply push this code to the GitHub, then it will track all of those changes. So what I will do, I will simply write a commit message and I will push all the changes to my GitHub. I will simply sync it to my master branch. So that's done. I have backed up all of my notes on the cloud on the GitHub. Let me show you my GitHub. On my GitHub, if you come to my repositories, you can see my data science notes. I have kept that repository as public because I want to openly share all of my data science notes with you guys. So if you want some data science notes, you can go check for it. These are my personal notes. It's not like I have created from the point of view of sharing to you others. If I want to share it, then I definitely do some more and more research on that topic. I try to make that note more detailed, and then I simply export that note to the PDF format from the Obsidian. So you can also do that. You can export any note in a PDF format. If you see, come here, and if I want to export this file, I can simply come here to export to PDF. So from here I can export this note as a PDF format. That also looks good. Let me show you this file. So my note will look something like this inside my, and if I want to share, I can share this note with on LinkedIn. If you want to create your strong profile on the LinkedIn, I suggest you to share your notes on LinkedIn. That lets other people know that what kind of things you are learning, how much knowledge you have. Some show off is necessary, right? And when you have uploaded all of your notes to the GitHub, then you can, if you want to check your notes from your phone, then you can simply open the GitHub inside your Chrome and you can check that. It will look something like this. So if you go inside a note, so as markdown file is you can see overview of preview of your markdown file. So your notes will be visible. So there are some formats that markdown file do not allow, but it is just a Obsidian layer, just like this one, like keywords. Now it is not showing in that colorful way. So this will not work inside your GitHub. So you have to adjust for that little bit. But rest of the main content you can see it easily. You can easily recognize all of the code. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you have learned something new today, and I hope this tool changes the way you are taking your notes from this point on. If you do make your notes, let me know how you felt about the Obsidian. If you found this video helpful, then make sure you are going to like, share and comment on this video, and subscribe to our channel to support our content making journey. Myself, Omkar Pawar, have a great day and see you in our another video.